In today's session, we will see how to increase an OS disk in a VM, how to add a additional data disk to an existing VM, how to take a snapshot of a data disk, and how to create disk using a snapshot. So let's start with how to increase the disk size of a VM, existing VM. For that, we first need to create a resource group, create a virtual machine. We create the virtual machine by default, selecting option. Next is the option disks. Here the OS disk type is premium SSD, local redundant storage, and SSC encryption type. It is set to default. SSC is a server-side encryption. We have choices whether we can encrypt with our own key or the Azure provides the encryption. Now click review and create. All data in a hard disk in Azure is automatically encrypted. If we don't choose the encryption also, this will be automatically encrypted. VM is created. Now we will log into the VM and check the size of the VM. After logging into VM, we will now check the disk management. If you see here, currently it has disk 0 and disk 1, which is used as a temporary storage. This temporary storage, if you store any data in it, it will be automatically deleted once the server is restarted or shut down. We will try to increase the disk space of the C drive from the portal. For that, select the VM, go to the virtual machine, select the VM virtual machine, click on disk. Again, click on the current disk, which is listed here 128 GB. On the left hand side, you will see size and performance. Click on it. Before resizing the disk, we need to stop the VM. So go back to the VM. Stop the VM so that we could increase the size. Now the VM is stopped successfully. Click on disk again. Select the disk, OS disk, on the left hand side. You will see the option size and performance. Scroll down. Customize the disk, increase the disk to 150 GB. Click on resize. Now it will start updating the existing disk, or try to add the space on the existing disk. Go back to the Windows machine, virtual machine, start the virtual machine. Once the virtual machine is started, log into the virtual machine. Open the disk management again. You can see the extra space which we had allocated can be listed here. Right click on the C drive, click on extended volume, next, finish. The partition has been increased to 150 drive. Increased. So the resizing the disk is now completed. Now we need to create an additional disk. Let's see how to create an additional disk. For that, select the VM, click on disk, click on create and attach a new disk. LUN is a logical unit number. Total of around 64 disks can be attached with a size of 32 GB each. Let's put the disk name as data disk. Between 10 GB size. This will try to add and create a additional space on the disk. Let's now check the additional allocated space is listed here. Let's initialize the disk. Disk is now online. Data. Now the additional disk is created. Let's create some data on the disk. We have created some data in the newly created disk. Now let's try to take a snapshot of this disk, entire disk. For that, go to the search and search for snapshots. Let's create a snapshot. Select the resource group, name it as data disk full snapshot. Here we can see the disk attached to the virtual machine. Windows disk is the main Windows disk, and the data disk is the one which we have increased 10 GB. Select the data disk. You could choose from either any one of these options. Storage type, we have selected premium SSD, so just select premium SSD. review and create. Now we will try to add additional folders or data to this. Now we will go and take a incremental snapshot. Again, go to snapshot, create, select the resource group, name it as data disk and select the option incremental, source disk. We will mention the data disk. Click review and create. Create. The deployment is complete. Let's see the incremental snapshot is created or not. Now you can see the incremental and the full snapshot. Now go to the data disk volume, click delete. We will try to delete the data disk.
Yes, please.
Go to the virtual machine, open the virtual machine, click on disk, select the data disk from here, click this cross mark which will delete the
Ref
existing additional partition is deleted. So the disk, click on the data disk, delete from here.
Once you, if you are delete.
In order to create, go to the snapshot, click on create, select the resource group, name it as data new. No, this is creating snapshot, no?
What you want to do for disk you want, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Go to VM and
Now the partition is deleted. We will create a partition from the snapshot, incremental snapshot. In order to do that, go to the snapshot, select the incremental, click on create disk, type the name data disk 3, change the size to 10 GB, click OK, review and create. Create. Now it will create a partition from the disk, partition disk from the incremental. It's now successfully created. Once a partition is created from the snapshot, go to the VM, select the Windows, click on disk, Attach existing hard disk. Before that, just refresh so that the new partition can be displayed here. Select data disk 3, save. Now we have successfully updated the partition. Go to the VM. If we try to check the E drive, you will see all the data is restored from the incremental snapshot.